Man was created in the likeness and the image of God. Man was created in such a way that there was no focus on him, and his focus was Christ, God alone, and that's worship. But the day man committed the sin, that's the very moment the focus shifted from God to self, because man was spiritually separated and man started to rely on his senses, on his flesh. And man had the law written in his heart. He had the conscience of good and evil. And man was trying to approach God by his self-effort. God's word clearly says that our conscience is cleansed by the blood of Christ. Without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness. The blood, what does that mean? The blood of Christ has cleansed my conscience. And man is free from the dead works. What does that actually mean? When we fail to keep the law, when we commit sin, we are supposed to be put to death, punished. No one can keep the law, but it's Christ who kept the law, who knew no sin in his spirit. At the same time, he took the form of a human, and he took our iniquity, and he shed his blood in our behalf. And by his blood we are cleansed. It's not my work. That's why every man has this, what should I do so that God is pleased with me? God knew that no one can please God with our own works. But the moment I realize it's Christ and his blood is shed for me, he took my iniquity, that is what I was not able to do in flesh. His flesh was torn apart and his blood was shed as a living sacrifice. The blood carries life. He poured out his life. The one who looks at the cross realizes that you took my position and I am cleansed by the blood. And the one who realizes this truth is no longer depending on his self, but now he worships God in spirit and truth. Not that what should I do so that I can please God? I should follow this law, I can please God. I can go to this place so that God will be pleased. No. Or I should do this much charity that God will be pleased. No. It's what Christ did for me on the cross. Praise Jesus.